The Museum of Islamic Art in Cairo, Egypt is considered one of the greatest in the world, with its exceptional collection of rare woodwork and plaster artifacts, as well as metal, ceramic, glass, crystal and textile objects of all periods from all over the Islamic world. In recent years, the museum has displayed about 4,500 artifacts in 25 halls, but it houses more than 100,000 objects, with remainder in storage. The collection includes rare manuscripts of the Quran with some calligraphy written in silver ink on pages with elaborate orders. The museum has conducted archaeological excavations in the Fustat area and has organized a number of national and international exhibitions. The museum closed for renovations in 2003 and reopened 8 years later in August 2010. Although recognition of the Egyptian pharaonic art was signaled in Cairo by establishment in 1858 of the Egyptian Department of Antiquities and the Egyptian Museum, the appreciation of Islamic art lagged behind. The Khedive Ismail Pasha approved the proposal to establish a museum of Islamic art in the courtyard of the Mosque of Bibers, but this was not carried out until 1880, when Khedive Tawfiq ordered the Ministry of Endowments to set it up. Julius Franz, an Australian scholarship of Hungarian descent, the head of the technical department at the Awqaf, proposed in 1881 a gallery was accordingly furnished there in the Eastern Akkad, consisting initially of 111 architectural pieces taken from other monuments. Matters improved the same year when Khedive Tawfiq approved the Committee of Arab Antiquities, whose duties included running the Arab Museum and providing it with objects as well as preserving the monuments. As a result, the arcades of the mosque were filled to overflowing. In 1884, a two-story structure was built in the courtyard to house the collection of 900 objects, although its staff consisted of only one curator and a doorkeeper. In 1887, Max Hers, also an Australian-Hungarian, replaced Julius Franz and began making many changes. He suggested the name of the museum back then as the Gallery of the Arab Antiquity, Dar al-Athar al-Arabiyya. By 1895, the collection numbered to 1,641, and the new building became too crowded, so he requested the Awqaf to build a larger museum. In 1899, the foundations were laid for the present larger building in the Bab el-Khal area of Cairo. The new and current building was designed by Alfonso Mancisleko and was completed in 1902 in new Mamluk style, with its upper story housing the National Library. The old museum in the Hakim was demolished in 1970 during the refurbishment of the mosque there. The museum faces historic Cairo. It has two entrances, one on the northeastern side and the other on the southeastern side. A beautiful garden with a fountain once led to the first entrance but was later removed. The entrance on Poolside Street features a very luxurious facade, rich with decorations and recesses inspired by Islamic architecture in Egypt from various periods. The museum is a two-story building. The lower floor contains the exhibition halls and the upper floor contains the general stores. The basement contains a store connected with the restoration section. The collection features artifacts from Egypt, North Africa, Andalusia, the Arabian Peninsula, and Iran, ranging from the 7th to the 19th century. The exhibited artifacts of the right wing of the museum are divided to many periods, like Mamluk and Ottoman. The exhibited artifacts of the left wing of the museum are divided into sections by science, astronomy, calligraphy, coins, stones, textiles, and covering various epics. The Museum of Islamic Art on the edge of Cairo holds one of the world's finest collections of Islamic art, and it's Egypt's and one of the Middle East's entire most beautiful curated museums. This is Sahar Talawi for Nile Cruise.